this specific meetup for like business owners, like, or you don't have to be a business owner, but someone who like even dance. You're a dancer. You have a mission. You want to go out there, impact the world. You have a story. You know, it's primarily for that. But you can be a fiction writer like yourself. You said, but I hope you can learn like maybe some concepts here. Okay, but you can. I'm sure you can still learn. Okay, so this is about like why have a book. Let me tell you why I have a book. My name is BJ Min. I'm the author of this book, How to Make Money with Ebooks. Yeah, this is my book. Hey, this is what I do. So I wrote about what I know how to do. Okay, so as you can see, my book actually did hit #1 on Amazon bestseller for 1 hour, not for a whole year. 1 hour. Okay, so I took a snapshot. You know, and that's another important lesson. If your book hits #1 or #10, take a bullet right then. Okay, no, that's so you can use it forever. And I do have a publishing business called howexpert.com. We publish, I've helped publish 250 books right now, and I'm still doing it to this day. I'm not a professional writer. I'm an immigrant. I never got an A in English class. Okay, my English teacher never complimented me about my writing. So my point is like, the most important thing is you have to be perfect with self-publishing, especially. It's not like the traditional model where you know, you have to go through this, you have to be an excellent writer, you have to be perfect, and you have a chance. No, it's like, no, it's about you doing it. You know, you just going out there doing it. And the great thing about self-publishing is you put it up there and you can revise it later. You know, back in the days with old publishing style, you had to like go through hoops, buy tons of copies, I believe, of books, and it just took a long time, you know. But self-publishing is kind of like the Wild Wild West. Go forward, okay? So.
50 Shades of Grey was a horrible book.
Yeah, I mean,
really poorly
real
written.
Good writers.
It was really poorly written, and she has made a bundle of money.
Yes.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who felt that. Because I was like, I've read better books than this.
Absolutely. It's also about just doing it and marketing it as well. Yeah. So this guy, he actually wrote for my publishing business. I'm just giving these examples just to get your ideas flowing. Because it doesn't have to be about how to make money with ebooks. This is just one example. There's other examples with other people with talent. He's like a fitness trainer, and he wrote a book about kickboxing and some other books, how to powerlift for beginners. When he first got started for my publishing business, now he has a whole business based on like being a fitness instructor. He has an online course. He has a book, obviously, because a book. My main point is if you have a book, right, you separate yourself.
Give yourself some legitimacy.
Yes, you become official, right? There's a lot of probably like fitness instructors out there or dancing instructors, but if you have a book, you become more official. You separate yourself. You distinguish yourself, right? So it's not just the book you make money, but it's the overall branding of yourself. Okay, so because he has a book, now he gets more people who come and sign up for his courses, his events. That's just so you need both. You know, you need the book. You also need like a back end. That's very important. Here's another example. She's actually a Maggie Mayfield. She actually works for Coast 103.5, and she wrote a book for my publishing company called How to Become a Voiceover Talent. Okay, that's her unique talent.
I would like her book.
And she works for Coast 103.5 radio station. That's her, and she now has an ebook, paperback book, audiobook. Okay, this is just one example that you can do with online.
What's that? I didn't see that.
Oh, Maggie Mayfield.
How much do you make off of these? How much would she be making off of that?
Well, if you self-publish, for a Kindle ebook between $2.99 and $9.99, you get 7% royalty. Okay, but we could talk about that a little bit later on the details. We can talk about that. But if it's outside that range, you make 35% royalty. Amazon wants you to price it at $2.99 to $9.99. Okay. So another example, this woman, I interviewed her, and like she has the most unique hobby I never heard of. It's a combination between Lego toys and photography. If you go on Instagram, if you type toy photography, hashtag toy photography, there's actually a community of people who take pictures of toys and Lego toys, and that's their life. It's a unique audience, and she became the first person in the world right now on Amazon to write a book about toy photography. Okay, you can be the first. You're a trailblazer. And just a quick tip. I published a lot of books, and some people think, oh, I want to write what's the best-selling book. I want to model it. I'm just being honest with you, just from an average everyday person, like me, I'm an everyday person too. Like, if you try to follow what's the best selling topic, like let's just say how to lose weight, whatever, right? It's very difficult. Because it's very competitive. There's thousands of how to lose weight books.
Yeah.
But if you angle yourself, we're unique. It's not about how to take photography. It's about toy photography, right? Even though you think it's a very small niche, there's a worldwide of people. They're searching for toy photography worldwide. You can be number one on Amazon when people search. Okay, so just think about that. You got to be angled. This lady, she used to be my virtual assistant. Okay, she used to write blogs for me, but her thing was doing Etsy. Has anyone heard of Etsy?
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of Etsy. It's like if you're an artist, you sell your own artwork on Etsy.com. It's like eBay for artists. Okay, so she lives in Turkey, not even U.S., but before she wrote a book for how to Etsy for my publishing business. And by the way, I'm not telling you to write for my publishing. This is examples. And now she just sent me a message. She has her own Etsy consulting business. Okay, and she's also offering coaching sessions for Etsy because now she's an author. She elevated her expertise. Okay, and she also does her Etsy business as well. You don't have to be a business owner. I just want to give you another example. You don't have to be a business owner, have all these things. This gentleman, he's a nurse. Okay, and I asked him, what are you best at? That's what I ask people when I publish books. And he said something like, I'm a nurse, and for workshops, I teach first aid. I said, write about first aid. You're already doing that anyway. Just write about it. So he's not a business owner, I'm just telling you, but he wrote a book on how to do first aid. These are just examples. Anyone can do it. I just want to give you examples. This is a writer. He does client services, novellas. Everyone know what novella is. It's not a short story, but it's not big, but it's right in the middle. So he wrote a book on how to write a novella in a week because that's what he actually does. Why am I giving you how-to book examples? The reason why, for the everyday person, I'm not telling you, you guys can definitely do your book ideas, that's fine. But why I believe for the everyday average person, a how-to book could be good is because it's not about you per se, it's about other people. And the reality is most people will buy books for themselves. They want solutions. And that's what how-to books do. So definitely do your story. It's very inspiring. Definitely do that. But additional book idea could be a how-to book that everyone can do. Okay. We'll keep going. He's an Olympic coach. There's so many examples. So if you publish your own book, you can see you build your own authority. Okay. You differentiate yourself from the competition because nowadays everyone can have social media. Everyone can have all these quick fixes, but especially in this time and age when no one has patience, not everyone has a book, right? So you separate yourself, you become more legit. And this is not something just now. This has been throughout history, book. Throughout thousands of years, people have had books. So this is something that's a lifetime goal as well. You can grow your overall business because you no longer are just another consultant or whatever you do. Your book becomes your new business card now. Like you go to an event or whatnot, you give a business card. How many times you guys go to seminars ever? How many times you guys go to business cards and you throw it away sometimes, right? Like you don't throw it away, but you don't really pay attention, right? But if someone gave me a book, I went to a seminar, I still have her book to this day. Okay, she was like a psychologist, but I still have her book. I'm not even in that field. So having a book for business is not about being a great writer for what I'm teaching, okay? It's ideal to be an excellent writer. But 90% is about doing it. It's about you giving solutions to other people, okay? So I want to talk 3 basic steps on how to publish and grow your business with a book. Step 1, find your topic, unique topic. Step 2, create the book. That's what we're gonna talk about. Step number 3, sell the book, okay? So we're gonna talk about find your topic. I want you guys to these are the kind of topic ideas to get your ideas flowing. What are your top accomplishments maybe you've accomplished that you are proud of? Top accomplishments. And I want you to write it down right now. This should be a workshop, not just to but think about it. Think about it. I want you guys to think about what are your top accomplishments that you accomplished that you are proud of personally. What skill sets have you developed, a talent, a gift that you are great at? Someone said it best, I think Steve Harvey said, your gift is something that you're excellent at that comes to you naturally, right? It comes to you naturally. What is your unique gift? And like I showed you earlier, after publishing hundreds of books, I really see everybody has a unique gift. You know, you just gotta believe. But the thing is, I want also you guys to know that it's not about you being like a PhD. You know, don't compare yourself to PhD level people. You know, if I did that, I wouldn't have even written a book. You know, but you just have to believe in your unique talent, and you can help someone. I'm not saying below you, but you can still be a mentor to a mentee, a younger mentee. Everyone can do that. And so what are those ideas? What wows people? So another idea is what wows people. When you talk to people about what do you do, you know, even like I go to workshops and whatnot, and I learn from like really successful people, and they admitted to me when they saw that Amazon hit #1 for me, they didn't want like this, you know. So that what wows people. That's why I could write a book about how to do ebooks, you know. That's what wows people. Social media posts, this is for younger folks, like social media posts that get you the big results, the big views, will get you attention. Those are some ideas. And another thing I think you mentioned, message, what's that mission, that message, that story that's inside of you that really means something personal to you, that you want to share with the world, that can make a positive impact. I really believe you have that unique story. That's your message, your mission. That's another book idea. Your specialty. Okay, so I just want to give like get a partner if you don't have one, like and share one another what your book idea is. I want you guys to get a partner. Ideally with someone you never talk to, because I don't want people who know each other to do it. This ideally who you never talk to. Can you guys get a partner for 5 minutes? Okay. If there's no 3 people getting together too, if that's yeah. 3 people.
Do you have any fiction, and I have an idea for.
How about you, James? Do you need a partner?
Oh, just gonna do.
Okay, fantastic. Okay.
So it's a part of
You come here. You come here.
It's about
Yeah, I can just see where
that is being forced into doing something.
Oh, that's cool.
You know,
Are you, like, when you have this idea, are you working at it, like, I guess, when you, I mean, it's,
so you're able to like
fiction, so it's not
written,
but do you,
or
like,
like,
the basis of it, are you going to do it from,
clear.
And also come up with ideas of
do you reach out to people that are in that field to get
I
an idea of how?
I work
that's
in field.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's not
Yeah.
through me.
Okay.
It's through other.
No, I was just, you know, I have some friends that are.
Right.
So I just,
Also, each one give one tip to one another, okay? Because we all have new ideas. So give one tip to another, like, oh, this is what you can do. Hang with, let's share. Yeah, try to do that.
The one suggestion I would give is to have a detailed outline and have everything in order and decide what you're gonna write about before starting. The way that I have written in the past, I just start writing and then there's no structure to it and I end up, you know, chopping out pieces. So for me, doing an outline is important. And I'm not very good at it.
Getting that information.
Okay.
I would say do your research.
Yes.
Because there's
Yeah.
so much
So yeah, I
out
would say
there,
for
only because I read oh, his name just escaped me. He's a historical Steve Barrett. He's a historical fiction, and just reading his books, it opens your mind. Going to his, you go to different, he pretty much goes to different places and he incorporates historical events, things I hadn't known about.
you know,
Like his one book I just read was the Amber Room. I was like, what's the Amber Room? That actually was something that existed. So, but and in the back, you always do a writer's note to say what was actually fiction and what was real. So I love that because then I'll actually, and I'm one who read and then I'll start doing research, go on the internet and look for more information. And plus I love history.
Okay.
And so I've gotten into, I didn't know it was actually the historical fiction writer.
Once you start setting them up, you'll write about how to.
And I think I started with Dan
As
Graham,
opposed to just the.
because I read all his books and
Like
And
there's
that kind of got me into going to other books. So,
Okay.
All right. We'll get it. Thank you for sharing. Back in Does anyone want to share one insight they got? They want to share then maybe some new ideas? We can all learn from each other. That's why. Anybody or yes?
I'll share a tip.
Yes.
That this author that I met gave
Yes.
me. She said she knew of another author, and because I was sharing that I didn't have a lot of time.
Right.
And she said that this particular woman was married, had children, had a job, and she churns out about 3 to 4 novels a year.
Wow.
And she said the way she did it is she goes to work all day, all day, every day. She comes home, she has a dinner set, she feeds her kids, she feeds her husband. She grabs her laptop, she goes to Starbucks, and like from 7:30 to 9, that is her designated writing time every single day. And she knows how many words she can do.
Before she goes to work?
Amount of time. No, in the evening.
In the evening. Oh, wow.
Like she gets home from work, gets to dinner and everybody,
Right.
takes care of her husband, kids,
Yeah.
and then goes to Starbucks.
Wow.
7:30 to 9.
Wow.
And then she knows how many pages she could do in that amount of time. And every 3 to 4 months, she has her set and she does everything together and she boom, it's out.
That's awesome. That's
So I'm
awesome.
like, whoa. So you can make the time in an hour and a half in a day is really doable if you think about it. I mean, I'm not her, so I can't. Well, but even if I did one a year
Yes.
initially
Yes.
with that hour and a half that I devoted.
Yeah, you can absolutely do it. One little steps at a time, one little bit at a time. It will add up over time. Thank you. Does anyone else want to share some insights that they got?
yeah, I like what she said.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Marilyn. Doing an outline.
Yeah.
Yes, do an outline before you write.
Right.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
then you have something, I guess you don't have to write in order, but having an outline, you can work on different parts.
Yeah. So every time you do work like you go, you know what you're going to write about.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely. You have the structure.
Right.
Fantastic. So in this section, I want to talk to you about how to write the book. Okay, this is primarily for non-writers. I know some of you guys are writers, but I hope you guys can still learn from it. And like you said, the step one, what you want to do is you want to create an outline, like you just said. Okay. She's excited. To write an outline is very important because sometimes if you want to just write just randomly, in the first day you're all like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it, but the second day you're like, I don't know what to write about. So outline. I mean, that's the most important thing. That's what I tell my writers for my publishing business. You must have an outline. Okay. And here's an example of an outline for a nonfiction how-to book, just to get started. This is a nonfiction book. It's not for fiction, but have 7 steps. Okay, 7 structured steps to achieve your result that you can solve a problem for your audience. Okay, 7 steps. Okay, and in each, think of the 7 beginner to achievement. Like you're teaching a mentee, you're the mentor. Okay, how can you teach the mentee in 7 steps to achieve the goal, right? And in each chapter, in each step, have 3 subsections, 3 ultimate awesome golden nuggets that you can break it down into each structure. Okay. That's what I recommend for beginners to get started to create a nonfiction book. 7 steps, and each chapter have 3 awesome structured sub-steps for that chapter. Okay? And step 2, this is a method to write a book as fast as 70. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, what is the TOC?
Table of contents.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
could you repeat what you were saying? 7 steps for what?
7 steps to achieve a result, like a how-to book. How to lose weight, how to make money with ebooks, how to do toy photography. 7 steps to achieve what you are best at that you can teach in a how-to way for
And
how-to
then
books.
3.
3 subsections for each chapter. Each chapter step can be broken down to 3 golden nuggets or some 3 subsections. Okay. And by the way, this is just a basic structure. You don't have to follow everything to a T. You know what I mean? But just a basic structure. Okay. And this is for people, primarily for people who don't know how to do the writing per se, but want to get a book done fast for business purposes. There's actually a method to create a book fast. It's after you create the outline, you're going to record yourself on audio talking about each of the chapters. Okay? Not everyone can write a book fast or be excellent at writing, but everyone can talk. So you take out your phone out, and you just record yourself on a weekend just talking about chapter 1. And imagine you're talking to your mentee. Okay, your mentee. And this is something I learned from real workshops. Your mentee, just talk. Step 1, and don't worry about what you say. Just top 7 steps, and go over and finish it. You can do that in like 2-3 hours. You're done with the main raw content. Okay. And step number 3, what you're going to do after you do that, you're going to transcribe the audio into text. Okay. Transcribe the audio into text, meaning you get that audio and you can turn it into document form. And there's a website down. I recommend you write down Upwork.com. Upwork.com. That's a website where you can hire anybody, transcriptionists, designers, writers, editors, whoever. It's the biggest freelancing website in the world. And you can transcribe the audio into text. Okay, you don't have to actually spend a whole day listening to your audio and transcribing. That's too much labor, right? You hire somebody else to do that. Okay, so they'll do that, and they'll finish it in like a day, right? So you have the raw document. And step number 4, go to that same website again, and find a proofreader editor. Okay, they're gonna edit and tell them to clean up the document so it's readable. It's readable. Get rid of the ums, the ahs, and can you do that? Okay, and then they're gonna edit the book. And step 5, you're gonna publish the book. This is one. I'm not saying you have to do it this way, but this is one alternative way. If you really want to finish a book and get it out there, this is one way to do it as fast as 72 hours.
Actually, I had someone basically say that. She said it to me. We were talking.
Yeah.
And she said basically that same thing, but she did it for her aunt. Her aunt was in the hospital and wanted to write a book, and I think she was dying. But so she went to the hospital, and the aunt spoke to her,
yes,
and she typed it up. Yes. But then she also said that they have. She gave me a website. I don't have it with me, but she gave me a website where you can, once your book is, they can print one book at a time. Like if someone who wants to order one book, they can print out the one book, and then the person just pays $10 rather than have to have all these copies or with
one at a time. Print on demand.
Okay.
Print on demand. We're going to talk about that later. Yes, on Amazon. Yeah, the old traditional model, you have to buy 1,000 copies. That's a lot of money, and you're not guaranteed you're going to even sell it, right?
Yeah.
But Amazon, the new model, once someone orders on Amazon.com, the Amazon machine prints it out for them. Okay, so you don't really lose money. You just print on demand. Okay, so that's one simple way for nonfiction for people to write books. Okay, now I want to talk about where to sell your books. Okay, where to sell your books. You have a book, fiction writer, nonfiction writer. Where do you actually put it out there? Self-publishing, not the old traditional self-publishing. You have to go through all these people. No, you can do it all yourself now, and you have more royalty. You own all the rights. You know, it's not the old way anymore. This is the new way. Okay, the great news, the new way, you can revise your book, your cover anytime. Stop trying to be perfect. That's my main message here also. Like the old, yes, go ahead. Okay, first, if you want to sell your Amazon as an ebook, right? It's a website called kdp.amazon.com. kdp.amazon.com it's owned by Amazon. If you want your Amazon as an ebook, now this is a paperback book, but as an ebook, so people read on Kindle or ebook reader, iPad, you go to this website and you literally submit your Word document to here, in like 24 hours, your book's for sale on Amazon as an ebook. Okay, you got to do it right, the formatting, design, all that, but that's how it's. I just want to let you know it's doable. Okay, it's definitely doable, and it's free to create an account here. It's not like you got to pay $100 to create an account, like, or even go through hoops. Anyone can do it. Okay, the second one, like a paperback that you mentioned, a print on demand. This is actually from Amazon.com, a print on demand. It's a place called CreateSpace.com. CreateSpace.com. And here, you're going to use the same book that you finish. You got to format it a little bit differently. Okay, for time purposes, I'm not going to show you all the little details, but the concept, get that same ebook, format it differently, and submit it to CreateSpace.com as a PDF file, actually. And your book will be available as a paperback book on Amazon. Okay, a paperback. Now it's more real, a paperback book. So I highly recommend. Don't just submit to ebook. Some people just do this. No, put it on CreateSpace too. And CreateSpace is actually owned by Amazon. These are all owned by Amazon. They just have a separate platform. Okay. Next, after you do the ebook, I recommend. Most authors don't do this. It's kind of new. Is to turn your ebook into an audiobook, okay? Audiobook. And that platform is called acx.com. acx.com. It's owned by Amazon too. And the great news for, here's the thing about audio. That it becomes like, I heard from, I don't know if you guys know this entrepreneur named Gary Vaynerchuk. Have you guys ever heard of it? He's like an entrepreneur. He teaches about, and he knows the trends, and he says the future is like audio. You know, people are listening to podcasts when they're driving.
Right.
People are listening to
Yes.
audible.com. This
Yes.
is what this is.
Yeah.
Your book will be on audible.com. Okay? And the great news is that you don't have to do the audio yourself. Okay? There's better, I'm not saying you're not good, but there's better audio narrators. That's their main thing, right? And you go find audio narrators in acx.com, and they will read your book for a one-time payment. They will finish the audiobook for you with a better microphone, better audio voice pitch, all that stuff. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have an ebook, paperback book, audiobook on Amazon. And that's the goal here. That's the goal, right? Go ahead.
What was his last name, Gary?
Gary Vaynerchuk. Gary is kind of a weird long name, Vaynerchuk, but he's like million subscribers. He's been on Conan. He's like the biggest entrepreneur teacher. Gary Vaynerchuk. Okay, so that's
So
yeah.
the cost of all of that is just whatever they charge.
The cost of which one?
Like a paperback, how much would that be?
The paperback. Technically, if you want to do it yourself, right? If you want to do it yourself, it can be absolutely free.
Right, but if you go to CreateSpace and hire somebody.
Oh, there you don't hire someone on CreateSpace. You hire
Okay.
someone on Upwork or places like that.
But the ACX you hire.
Hire someone on ACX, yes.
So how much would a narrator be?
Some charge up to $300. Some charge a split royalty. You don't have, there's another option. You don't have to pay them if you decide to split royalty. Yeah, if you want to do it that way. So, but you do have to look. There's a list of audio narrators that will
Right,
apply for your job.
right.
Okay. So, extra tips if you want to be a self-published author. This is primarily for business. Like I said, I did mention before, don't just stop at a book. Having a book is great, right? But to have the overall big picture, have a book and a business, right? So you can sell high ticket offers in the back end, okay? The money is not really in the book. A lot of authors admit that, okay? But it's a branding tool to get the big ticket sale, like maybe like an online course you can create, okay? Online course, there's a platform to create online courses. Probably not back in my mind, but basically you can create like an online video course, or you can do coaching, consulting for dancing. I could see that, okay? Events, seminar, workshop, mastermind, if you have some kind of unique talent, gift that you can share with the world, or you can do a done-for-you service. You can actually do it for other people. That's like the highest level, I would say, because it's not more just information, but you're actually doing it for them. But if you're a fitness trainer, you can't, like I heard a great quote. Someone said, Jim Rohn said, you can't outsource your push-ups. You know, you can't outsource your, you can't do it for them, right? So, so that's another tip. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I was gonna keep-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, so those are some ideas to have an overall big picture. So that's why I want to teach, not just the book. Book is awesome. That's the first step. But this is so in the book you can have like a website link that'll lead to this. And the cool thing is just get the book done. You can revise it later. You know, I think a lot of people I talk to, and just being honest, like they want to make everything perfect, everything ready, and then do it. It just doesn't work that way in the internet world. It's not. It's just do it now and fix it later. And in fact, if you just do it now, right? If you just upload it now, guess what? Your mind is going to be like, oh my goodness, people are going to think bad of my book. Let me fix it faster. You're actually going to fix it 10 times faster. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. There's, like I previously talked about, there's an old versus a new publishing model. Okay. The old model, you have to go through hoops. You have to go through all these agents. Like you have to be a perfect writer. You have to be everything 100% perfect just to have a chance. And you don't even have to keep all the rights, the royalties, you have to split it. That's not the old way anymore. It's not the old way anymore because of Amazon. Amazon's taking over. It's like people buy everything from Amazon. They don't go to Target as much, right? So it's, and like I said, it's about progression. Okay, it's not about perfection, please. Like I said, the old way, you have to be perfect and upload it and give it to the third party or whatever and wait, and hopefully it gets done. No, with Amazon, you revise it tonight. Let me upload a new revision. Boom. A design cover is done. Boom. That's why I always say, just do it now and revise it later. Progression, not perfection. Now, I do want to share an example. This is a $30,000 lady story. It's a true story, honestly. I went to an event, I don't know, it was like 5 years ago. I have an internet business, so I went to an internet marketing event. This is just an example. This is a real life story, by the way. And I went to this event, and I met this lady, and we were talking. It was about internet marketing. That's something I'm into. And we were discussing all these events. Oh, what events have you been to? And that was like my second or third event or whatnot. I was really young at the time. And she said, like, yeah, I went to this event. I went to this guru's event. She mentioned all these gurus. I know about the space. And I didn't have the money to even go to these events, big events. I bought this guru's course, this course, this course, this course. Like, I spent $30,000 on events and seminars. I was like, wow. So I was like, wow, this lady must like have this like big business. Like I was like, oh my goodness, you bought all these courses, you bought these events, you went to these gurus that I know of that I don't even have the money to even go. You learned, you know everything. Like, what's your bit? So I eventually later on I said, so I was like, oh, so what's your website? And you know what she said? I don't have a website. My jaw, I'm not trying to make fun, this is an example. My jaw like literally dropped. Like, what? You spent $30,000 on these gurus, these seminars, these events. I wish I can go even one of them. You spent $30,000. I had like 50 websites at the time. Like, you don't have a website? She's like, no. Why? I asked her why. And she said, because I didn't find the perfect website name.
Oh, wow.
And that's just an example. In the internet world, get out of the traditional mentality, you have to be perfect. It's not about perfection. And with the internet world, the great news is that you can publish it now and you can fix it later. And if you just have that mindset and just do it, you can fix it later. You publish it now, you can, and most likely you publish it now, let's just say it doesn't sell. Who cares? Like, you'll fix it later, nobody knows. And you'll get it done. You'll at least get it done. But most people, I'm not making fun of people, just the old mentality. Maybe it's through, we go to school, people tell us what to do and whatnot. Like, they try to be perfect. And if you try to be perfect, you'll never get it done. So that's just a quick tip, a quick lesson I've learned. Don't be the $30,000 lady. Just do it. Similar philosophy, I believe. This is important. Like, you've heard of the saying, just do it with Nike. I don't think that's enough. With internet, with self-publishing, it's just do it now. You got to just do it now. You just got to get it done, okay? And like I said, with self-publishing, the new model, you can revise the content later. I mentioned this earlier. And you can revise a cover later. So don't worry about being perfect. Get it done. I'm not saying just put up anything.
Yeah.
You got to get to a certain, you got to reread it again. But when it's pretty much, you got the whole story down, you got the whole message down, put it up there. Okay, even if it's a first design cover, you can revise that later too, So, quick summary about the training today. Find your book topic. Everyone has a unique topic inside of it, a message, a story. It doesn't have to be a how-to book, any of the fiction. Structure, 7 steps. Do the audio and transcribe it into a book very fast for anybody. Publish your Amazon ebook through KDP, Paperback Create Space, Audiobook through Audible, acx.com, we'll go to Audible. And use the book to sell high-ticket offers in the back end if you have a business idea, okay? Aspiring business owner. The old and new publishing model, the old way was the perfect way. The new way is the progression way. Just get it done and fix it later. And just do it now. Just do it is not good enough. You gotta just do it now. Because like I said, like I have another person, I do YouTube videos too, like for internet business. And people say, oh, BJ, you inspire me to do a video, man. You start my YouTube channel. I'm gonna start next week. No, do it now. Do it now. You do it next week. Next week comes your time. You got all these excuses. Just do it now. Start the momentum. So that's a quick thing. That's the basic message of the training. I hope you got a lot out of it. Now, can I share with you a done-for-you service to help you get your book published? Is that fine with you guys to learn about it? Okay. Okay. So, in a nutshell, this is what I can provide you guys. If you have a book, right? If you have a book and you get it done, right? This is what I can do for you guys. You get the book done within a year. Okay, that's plenty of time, within a year. And then I'll do all the technical details for you, basically. Okay. So at the end of the day, I'm all about results, getting it done. And again, you can revise it later. You do the book, you do your story, you're the expert. Once you do that, I'll publish the book as an Amazon ebook on your account. So you keep all the rights, all the royalties for a lifetime. Okay? You have a finished ebook at the end of the day. I'll also turn that into a paperback book. So you actually have a real life official paperback book. You're real. You're not just selling ebooks anymore. You have a real book. Print on demand. You don't have to order 1,000 copies. Okay? And you keep all the royalties for a lifetime. Okay? You get your book published as an audiobook on audible.com. So your story, your message, your book can be on audible.com. So 3 streams of income. You keep all the rights. You keep all the royalties for a lifetime. Like I said, I mentioned all the royalties for a lifetime. You get 1 year unlimited email coaching. Anytime you go through, you have some questions. So I know you may know, think you know everything. You know, I had a friend in middle school, and he was not good at math. And he would tell me like, yeah, when Mr. Gonzalez, that was a teacher, yeah, when he teaches math in the classroom, like, I understand it. But when I go home, I don't know how to do it myself. You know, so it's like, sometimes you have those questions as a self-publisher, like some nuances, little things. Well, I'll be there for you. You ask me questions. I'm a real person. I'll answer your questions, unlimited email questions. So if you have any questions. You'll even get 10, 20 phone consultations with me. 20-minute phone consultations with me, okay? 10, 20 minutes, I mean, okay? So throughout the whole year, any questions that you have to get your book published, what topic should I do? You know, what angle should I do? What title should I do? What subtitle should I do? All these little questions that you have, you know, you're getting pretty much like 10 years of experience handing to you any questions to help you ultimately just jump over the hurdle and get it done, okay? So bottom line, you get results from my done-for-you publishing service. Generally speaking, I'm just being honest with you. If you go to other places, some places can charge you up to $997 just for an ebook. Okay, just to get your ebook done, your cover done, everything done. And to have the learning skill sets, who to hire and whatnot, it takes a lot of work. But that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get ebook formatting service. You're going to get a paperback book formatting service. Some places charge up to $997 to do this. And some people even take royalty. That's the truth these days, okay? But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the audiobook service as well. You're going to get an ebook that at the end of the day, paperback book, audiobook. You're also going to get the design covers for the ebook, paperback book, audiobook. Some people charge up to that much, $997. So the pricing, the value, I'm saying this is the value. Unlimited email support, you get my time. Anytime you have questions for me, you can ask me questions. 1 year, 10, 20-minute phone conversations with me. Anytime you get stuck, ask me questions. That's $1,997. Because my time is really exclusive. I do run a business, so I cannot do this for everybody. Publisher system, I do have an online course too. It's originally $497 right now, but if you want to learn it to do it yourself, I'm throwing that in too. So if you want to do it yourself in the future, you can do it too. You watch me, like as if in my office, and watch me do it, and you do it for any amount of books you want to do. Private Facebook group just for my clients who take this done-for-you service, so we can all mastermind, get better at this. But your one-time investment is going to be $1,997. But I wanted to make this something special because of